LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sooners will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So LSU's offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick 6, but he'll be stopped at the 31.
This team is an underdog for a reason, but you talk about getting off to a hot start, creating some belief. First drive and you force a turnover, this team's now going to have some juice, some momentum, some energy, and if they're going to pull the upset, that's exactly what they need.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A quick pass to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Martinez. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. The kick is on its way. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the back. White going to attack through the air. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So we'll see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. He's going to keep it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down coming up. They'll go to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. And Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Caught in the backfield, it's Martinez. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. And the Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Using his feet to buy time. Oh, he had was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient.
Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. White wants to throw it. Back open in the middle. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Tiger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that. And once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Fields. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Off play action. That's caught. It's Washington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it near midfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. White going to attack through the air. This time it's complete. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating play.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Will took everything on defense, just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Williams. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And down he goes back at the 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. White wants to throw it. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Under fire. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at half.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
It'll be 3rd and long. White going to attack through the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Young. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. White wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They'll give it to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as a kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The run from the shotgun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the catch. It's Jordan. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Off the play fake on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. White going to attack through the air. Finds his tight end. Jumped on top of the pile.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Got his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got...
There he goes! Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And that's That's exactly how you draw it up, and that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam, next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, well, that's got him.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Sooner offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time. You see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Pulls and fires complete. At the 35, he's got room. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Lowers those pads. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. White wants to throw it. Floats it out in space. Runs through the tackle. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead.
And, man, that comes up short. And I tell you what, we saw him in warm-ups. He's got that leg, man. He hit from 60 a couple times, so he can make that deep shot, but he didn't get all of it, and the field goal just falls a little bit short.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not...
Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Finds his man. It's Jordan. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They want to throw it. Looking for the goal line. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Pushes ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to chew. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the... Oh, there's an alley on the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. On 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. That's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. White going to attack through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
Guys, Mississippi State and Ole Miss are back at it. Here is the very latest in the Egg Bowl from the Magnolia State. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is.
Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, hoping throw beyond the sticks. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
On fourth down, going to the air. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They go to the ground. Turning it on! They'll make the stop, but that first down off to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Direct snap. Keeps it. Past the 40. On the move at the 30. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After this, it'll be a wrap. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching